With the recent announcement of Star Fox Zero for the Switch 2, and me being a huge Star Fox fan, I've got some opinions. You know what? I wish I recorded my reaction to the Star Fox Direct. I've been waiting for a new Star Fox game for over 10 years. Like, I've been using this channel just to post Yu-Gi-Oh news, which, by the way, I'll get to that. So it didn't occur to me to record a reaction. And let me tell you, if I was a dedicated YouTuber, probably would have had an aneurysm. I don't tend to react all too much, but man, I think this might be the first time I've ever actually yelled at my TV. Like, I wasn't yelling at my screen like, no, I wasn't shouting, yay. It was genuinely just, why? Why do they look like that? And why is it Star Fox 64 again? And it's not even that bad. Like, I can get used to the designs. I can play the game again. You know, that's fine. But just why, though? You didn't have to do this again. Also, I haven't seen the Mario movie, so they kind of spoiled that scene for me. But that's fine. I had every chance to see the movie. And the only reason I wanted to watch it was because Star Fox was in it. I just never got around to it. So this is the first time I'm seeing that clip. And like, wow, they made Fox really animated. And then they have a 2D flashback. And I'm like, hey, that's actually pretty cool. And then Fox lays down his backstory that he got floated out of his reality and now he's looking for a way to get back. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know the Mario movie like took liberties to make up some stuff. Like, yeah, that's different. So maybe, you know, why would they bring this up now unless they're going to expand upon it in a new game? So then the direct continues and they say directly to you, like, this is a remake of Star Fox 64. Like, what? Flabbergasted. The only word I can think of right now, I was absolutely flabbergasted. And you know what's crazy? There's tons of people, including my friends, that are saying, you know, this looks interesting. I've never played a Star Fox game before, and I'm gonna start with this one. I think it looks cool. And you know what? That's fine. That's great. Fantastic. I hope it succeeds. But the craziest thing that I'm hearing from people online, there's a lot of comments, a lot of videos popping up saying like, hey, if this game succeeds, we'll finally get a sequel. And it's like, wow, I've heard that one before. But also, people already want a sequel. The game's not even out yet. And the only thing everyone talks about is that we're going to get a sequel. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, even if even people who haven't played the first game yet, they're telling me to calm down, we're going to get a sequel. You guys don't even understand how crazy that sounds. It's like the reason y'all are talking about a sequel for a game that's not even out yet, because deep down, you guys realize that this should have been that sequel. Like, they could have remade Star Fox 2. It would have had the same amount of interest. In fact, I think it would have had more interest. Like, literally the one thing that you could have added from 2 is that you can choose your character. Like, right now, I would hate to see how Faye and Miyu would look, but it would have pulled in more people, because at the end of the day, you didn't have to choose them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, because this new Star Fox, what is it, remade, remastered? It doesn't matter what you call it. It's Star Fox 64 again. All they said was new context for the Lylat Wars. So new cinematics or cutscenes. Like, I don't know how much more context you could add, honestly. Because, like, look, that prologue they showed, or the cutscene of James, that's pretty cool. Like, I was watching that. I was interested. And it's like, hey, this is pretty cool. But it's not new exactly. In the 64 version, that whole scene was a text scroll, right? Like, I already knew this. And it's fine that it's not new context. At least you can say that they're not spoiling anything. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting recommended so many Star Fox videos. Mostly reactions. Okay, I'm about to nitpick. I mean, some of the comments that bothered me the most are people who don't know what the heck they're talking about. Do you guys know that semi-realism doesn't equal puppets, right? There's a lot of comments saying that, like, this new art style is meant to emulate the puppets from the first gen, which I don't see it. I feel like this is a made-up point, posting it and repeating it. Do you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, like, right now? So it looks to me like you commissioned 2 different artists to make Star Fox as real as possible in their own style. And they look similar because they had the same goal, which is that they both got close to a semi-realistic style of foxes. Not because one was emulating the other. That's what it looks like to me. And the other thing I'm going to complain about, like, so many people don't realize that Star Fox is a tech demo series. Like, from the very first one, those 3D shapes moving through a 3D environment was revolutionary. It was so impressive that the cartridges came with those extra performance chips, and it really pushed how far the NES can go. Same thing with Star Fox Zero. This game was built to push the Wii U and its hardware. The gamepad never been used like this before. And yeah, most people don't like it. And you know what? If this game had succeeded, they probably would have pushed motion controls on new games instead of a new Star Fox. So when people try to claim that they know why Nintendo is doing this, oh, they're just trying to make a new fan base. It's like, no, they're doing it for the console. Or that's how I see it, at least. Same thing with this new game, Star Fox for the Switch 2. You can tell it was built specifically to push how far the Switch 2 can go. The semi-realistic graphics, they added the mouse controls so they can push the hardware. They added the face recognition. It's gimmicky, but the Switch 2 was built with that, so I've seen a good amount of comments saying that this was a smart play. Like, if they really want to go on further from here, they're just trying to reestablish the story and then decide if they want to make a sequel. That's dumb. That's dumb reasoning. Like, I've already established that the general public already want a sequel. This game could have been that sequel. It's not a smart move. It's a Nintendo move. Like, you can't add logic to an illogical decision. You don't have to tell the same story to get new people into a franchise. There was a time when I was a new Star Fox fan. And no, it wasn't Zero, it wasn't a 64 or the 3DS retelling of Star Fox. I actually became a fan through Brawl. Wolf was my main character. So hey, fun lore drop here. Even though my channel is primarily and entirely focused on Red Eyes Black Dragon and Red Eyes Black Dragon accessories, yeah, my channel name is actually named after... That's right, Wolf O'Donnell from Star Wolf. It's like, yeah, my username is based off of a video game character. So yeah, that's cool, right? Anyway. And also, if you didn't know this, Brawl had playable demos of Star Fox 64, like on the disc. It was a timed demo, so you can only play like a minute of it, but the whole game was on there. Basically what I'm saying is, I bought Star Fox 64 on the Nintendo Wii because of a simple cross promotion. And that was like my first Star Fox game, I think. Yeah, actually I played Star Fox Adventure. It was Star Fox Adventure. But that was my cousin's, which I have it now. I bought it from him. What was I saying? Long story short, you don't need a 64 remake to get new people in. And yeah, I know I'm an exception. Not everybody, not even Smash players, play their own character's game. But here's another point. Because the Mario movie was a big deal. We all knew Star Fox was in it because apparently he has a big role in it. And I've seen many YouTubers trying out 64 because of the Mario movie. They're making Star Fox videos. All right, you've already had new people playing 64. Remaking Star Fox 2 or even Adventures right now, it was a perfect opportunity. Yeah, but no. But this is what gets me, is that they had Star Fox 2. It was done. It was ready. They made a sequel way back then and they canceled it. And it's like, why? Why didn't they want to move the story forward then? They have the chance to do it now and they're not doing it. So why? Also, when people say like that when Nintendo took a chance and made different gameplay with Star Fox, or that the fans didn't like it and then all they wanted was 64, that's also just not true. Well, we all know the story now, that Rare was developing a different game, Dinosaur Planet, and Nintendo canceled that too. And they threw Star Fox in there and said, hey, make this for the GameCube instead. And that was developed by Rare. And Assault was developed by Namco. Did it say? Let me check. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what happened there. I guess technically you can blame me for not buying that game when it came out, even though I wasn't a fan at the time. It didn't happen till later. But I bought Zero when it came out because I wanted the franchise to work. I didn't even mind the motion controls either. Also, like getting good at it and playing the story, it actually felt pretty good, to be honest. I don't know how long I've been going, but I do like to end on positives. So, you know what? There is a lot of eyes on the franchise right now. Also, there's multiplayer, online multiplayer. That looks real cool. And you know what? Even these cutscenes, it looks interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, look at this. What the hell did General Pepper even say? Oh my god, the legs. Great Fox got damaged. I wonder how. I bet that looked epic. Also, you think I'm not going to use Wolf as my VTuber from now on? Because I might. And generally, I do think it'll sell well. And considering how they announced this just randomly on a Wednesday afternoon, I'm pretty sure this game will outdo their expectations. And you know what? It'll probably outdo my expectations. I hope it will. Damn it. I mean, I'm gonna have to buy a Switch 2. Ugh. I might as well get one, right? Because, I don't know, the price going up. I was waiting for like a special edition. I expected a Pokemon one, so I was gonna wait for that. I don't want to buy a whole ass Switch 2. I guess I could always put it on the credit card. Ugh. But no, but now if I have to pay interest on a Switch 2, I think I'm gonna throw up. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll get a job at Walmart, and then when no one's looking, I'll just steal one. And that's a joke. Dang, what happened to the positives? Where am I? I don't know. Okay, so last thing I'll say is that this game is likely to do well, and Nintendo is likely to notice. And what's likely to happen, Nintendo is gonna pass the game off to another developer. Like, it could even be someone like Namco again, or even Platinum Games. But this time Nintendo won't tie their hands, making them use the gamepad. And this series has never kept a consistent art style across all the games. So whoever they hand it to is likely to revamp the models and, if we're lucky, fix Cat's face. Hopefully.